So starting off, we have Ilya El Matador Topuria. Now, I really like this one because it's super distinctive and synonymous with the fighter, right? Look at Conor McGregor, for example. Conor McGregor, the notorious Conor McGregor. You associate the notorious with Conor McGregor. And I feel like for El Matador, you hear El Matador and you think of Ilya Topuria, right? You hear notorious, you think of Conor McGregor. You hear El Matador, you think of Topuria. And they're also both great people in the sport. And Topuria has really followed in McGregor's footsteps, so it makes sense that he would be compared to him. And it's super distinctive, right? Not a lot of Spanish nicknames in UFC. So I'm gonna have to slide this one right at the top of A tier. For the second entry, we have Merab the Machine Dvalishvili. Now, this one, you could say the same thing. It's synonymous with Merab, but one thing I like about this is Merab is a machine, right? Topuria, El Matador, he's literally doing the El Matador emote in his fights. Merab, he's acting like a machine in his fights. And you know what? I was actually going to put this one lower, but now that I talk about it, I want to put this one higher. This one goes at the bottom of A tier. So I expect to put some ones above this one. Next up, we got Brandon the Assassin Baby Moreno. This one is so bad. What does the Assassin Baby mean exactly? Babies aren't assassinating shit. It's easy to assassinate a baby. I don't understand this one at all. It's just not very intimidating. Moreno's not an intimidating guy. Pretty decent fighter actually though. But just based off the nickname and how well it matches him, I think this one goes like top of C. Next up we got Anthony Fluffy Hernandez. I really like this fighter. I really like this name. I feel like people might disagree with me where it's like, okay, this name ain't that good, but I think the name's good. A lot of people refer to him as Fluffy opposed to Alex Hernandez, right? Because Alex Hernandez is kind of like a forgettable name, but calling someone Fluffy, that's a good name. That's a good nickname, right? That's something you call your friends. I think this one is like right there with Merab. Like I want to put this above Merab because people don't call Merab the Machine, but people call Hernandez Fluffy, right? So this one is definitely above Merab. Next up, we got Gene Lord Silva. Calling yourself Lord has to be blasphemous, right? Plus, this guy's not holy at all. Pretty sure there's a Bible verse about people barking that is like satanic or something, or like signs of being demon possessed, which is Gene Silva. He sure acts like it, and he has it tattooed across his chest, man. I don't know, just like maybe this is like personal because I just simply don't like him. I like him in the cage. That's actually not even true. I say I like him in the cage, but that's not true. He acts like a freak and just a dork and shit, like, and he's like autistic, right? Because autistic's being cool or some shit. Like, I don't know, this one's D tier. Maybe my bias is showing because I don't like him. Next up, Daniel D-Rod Rodriguez. I like this one. Similar to Fluffy, people call Daniel Rodriguez D-Rod, and that's really good because Rodriguez is a common name in the UFC, right? And it's just simply a good name. Like calling someone D-Rod instead of their name, like that's like a cool nickname you'd have for your friends. Like, oh yeah, that's my boy D-Rod. I like that a lot. I think that is like high B tier. The reason it's only high B tier and doesn't reach into the A tier is because it's kind of basic. Not much aura related to it. And definitely not a fighter with much aura. But I'll remember the name. I have no idea what to do with this one. It's a big meme, which gives it some value. Bilal is a pretty forgettable fighter, ironically enough, considering his name. It's not bad. Like, I think I'll put it under D-Rod. I like Bilal. Steve Mean Machine Garcia. Absolute dark horse of a fighter. Absolutely on the come up. Zero aura. Mean Machine, decent name. I think this goes right below Bilal, as in good name, but not that good, but it's not a bad name. Alexander Drago Volkov. Drago is a good name. This guy is literally Drago. Well, not really, because Drago is like a super genius, isn't he? Like the real life Drago, like the actor who plays Drago in Rocky. He has like PhDs and shit. Like the guy's like a real smart dude. He's more handsome than Volkov. I'm gonna put this one below Bilal because Bilal is at least is a meme and more people know it. But I do like the tongue-in-cheekness of Volkov's name. Pedro the Young Punisher Muniz. Call me a casual, I can't even think of a single one of this guy's fights. I will quickly look up this guy's record. Okay, let's check this guy's record. Oh man, this guy's 10-10 in the UFC with huge freaking loss streak right now. Yeah, this guy's not even that good. No wonder why I can't remember any of his fights. Young Punisher, not that good. Vaguely sexual. Probably put it below Brandon Moreno because Brandon Moreno is at least a good fighter. Similar to Topuria, Fluffy, and D-Rod, where their name is synonymous with their name, where you can say their name and you know who they're talking about, is Gregory Robocop Rodriguez. Another Rodriguez in the UFC. I literally said earlier, Rodriguez is a common name in the UFC. I want to put this in A tier. It's like better than D-Rod, is it not? Because it's like a little more creative. I actually don't know the origins of this name. Honestly, it's not synonymous. It's not synonymous with his name. I'd say the name RoboCop is more popular than his actual real name. And I feel like just going off that, I feel like we gotta put it bottom A tier, above D-Rod. This next one's a tricky one. Peter No Mercy Yan. Basically no aura, but No Mercy is a fucking sick name. He has great credentials, but once again, he has no aura. I feel like some people might be upset with this, but I feel like I'm gonna put this in B tier. It just simply doesn't stick. Very good nickname. And he's a champion now, and he really deserves to be champion. To beat Merab's a great feat, but just Yan has no aura. Wow, this next one is sticking very to on theme. So the next one we have is Marlon Chito Vera. This is very on theme with the last couple of names I've been doing, where it's synonymous with their name. I'm gonna put this one at the top of B tier. I don't really gotta think about this too much. Chito is more known than Marlon Vera. A fighter with not much aura though, but I don't think it matters because the nickname's just so hard. Cheeto. What does that even mean? Like, you think of Cheeto, you think of the chip. I don't know. Something about it's just tough though. And like, I think there's something to be said with having such a innocent sounding name, but being like such a dangerous person, I think is a little bit of aura. So I think that does add a lot, is the juxtaposition there. Next up we have is MVP, Michael Venom Page. This one, bottom of A tier. You know, I was actually thinking top of B tier, but no, this one's bottom of A tier. Like, this is sticking right on theme with the synonymous with their name. Like, his name is literally MVP. Bro, that's tough as hell. And like, I don't know, Venom with the little snake thing he does, bro, that shit's tough, bro. Low-key, this goes above RoboCop too. Just like when I did that little emote there, that made me realize, no, that's way tougher than RoboCop. And honestly, like, made me consider putting RoboCop a tier below. Yeah, RoboCop goes a tier below. Next up, we got Joshua the Fearless Van. He is a fighter with some aura. The face-off he had with Pantoja in the cage had some aura to it. He's a guy with some sauce, but the Fearless is very generic, right? Look at El Matador. That's super specific to Poria. The Fearless could be applicable to anybody in the cage because it does take somebody without fear to go in the cage. You know, I'm thinking of putting this one low. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna put this one right between Alexander Drago Volkov and Steve Mean Machine Garcia. Like, I know he's a champion, second youngest champion in UFC history, I believe. I'm not rocking with the name, fam. It's just too generic. Okay, next up, Henry Triple C Cejudo. I like it. Because once again, I know I'm repeating myself, but like, it's synonymous with the guy. And I feel like that's a sign of a good nickname, because to be synonymous with your nickname means that people have to adopt it and use it. But he is a fighter with no aura. But he's a fighter who's brought lots of great moments to the UFC. I'm kind of torn on this. I think it's gonna have to go top of C tier. You can argue with me in the comments if you disagree with that. But like, cause as good as it is, I just like, it's, fam, you're not triple C. You're simply not triple C. That's a really good point to put it in C tier, is you're not triple C. I put some trash ones in this just to balance it out, cause a lot of these are good. But this one I have Nikita the Minor Krylov. What does that mean? Literally, what does that mean? Maybe he has some ties to, I don't even know where he's from. Like Russia or some shit, Poland or some shit. The minor makes no sense. He's not that good of a fighter. I'm gonna say bottom of C tier. Joe Bodybags Pfeiffer. Freaking tough, especially with the Z. That's tough. I'm gonna put that right after RoboCop in the B tier. Mountain Tiger Ming Yang Xing Yang. I love the nicknames that come before the actual name. And you know what? Johnny Walker loss, this might have been higher, but that guy lost a lot of aura with the Johnny Walker loss. But you know, I was never too high on Zhang Ming Yang, especially after the Anthony Smith win. That was like, honestly, probably one of the funniest finishes I've ever seen in the UFC. But it's like, the guy was looking so open in that fight. Like, Zhang Ming Yang was getting hit a decent amount, which is like, okay, because Anthony Smith has no power. But he was getting hit a decent amount looking open. I don't know. I actually have to think about this. Hold on. Okay, I think I figured out. This is gonna go right between Drago and the Fearless. because Mountain Tiger is too sick. That guy is getting round 1 finishes. I don't feel bad putting him up here. Okay, next we got Ian the Future Machado Gary. I don't like this one at all, and it has nothing to do with his past, has nothing to do with his personality, nothing to do with his fighting in the cage. It's more so the fact that this guy is the present. This guy, wait, hold up. I say that, but that's wrong. I say, yeah, this guy is the present. Yeah, because he's presently beating the frick out of the welterweight division. But no, he's the future. The future go to the sport. For that reason, I'm gonna have to put Ian Gary S tier, the first S tier of the video. Ian Gary is simply the future double champ, maybe the first triple champ of the UFC. Fam, I love this guy, you know? I have another video called the UFC High Mind where I go into detail about my love for this fighter. Ian Gary is the future. Even though he seems like the present, he's the future still, because that's how good he is, fam. This guy's like not even 30. Next, we have Alexander Rocket Rakic. Okay, first of all, it should be the Rocket. I feel like that'd be better. Does this go above Triple C, or does it go right below? This goes right below. Good fighter and all, just good name. Not that good of a fighter, I don't know why I said. Paulo the Eraser Costa. Okay, Paulo Costa is one of my favorite fighters. Yeah, he's washed now. Yeah, he had a decent win over Kopylov. I love Costa, fam. This guy's too funny. I mean, I say that, but at that press conference with Strickland, that guy was trash on the mic. I think it was like coked out or some shit too. Okay, this one's going high B tier. Right below Joe Bifer and right above Marlon Chito Vera. That's not true. I am moving this right to here. Right between Peter No Mercy Yan and Bilal Remember the Name Muhammad. Fam, remember this guy on his come up before the Izzy fight was fucking sick as hell. And I'm a new gen to UFC. This guy's fight with Luke Rockhold was like one of the fights that got me introduced to UFC. Where you're like, yo, I love this sport, you know? Do you guys remember the end of the fight where he was in top mount with Rockhold and he took his bloodied face and rubbed it into Luke Rockhold's face? That made me fall in love with the sport. I swear, I know I'm a new gen, but that was a sick moment. I feel like it's not talked about enough either. Kyle the Darce Knight Dawkins. We're gonna put this right under Marlon Chito Vera and right above Daniel D-Rod Rodriguez. Cause he's straight up the Darce Knight. Not too much aura, but I think you're gonna have more in the future. Because I do see this guy, even though I believe he is ranked, I think he has more potential in the UFC. He can climb a little bit more. Who was his last fight with? I can't remember. I think it was GM3. But he got that Darce right away. And the fact that he got it right away shows he's not having too much resistance with the lower, right on the edge of being ranked fighters. That's a good sign. I think he has a good ceiling, you know. Next up, we got Brandon Raw Dog Royval. Prior to the Cap loss, and even after the Joshua Van loss, I thought Raw Dog was the Yuri Prohaska to the Alex Pereira of flyweight, you know? I thought, yo, if Pantoja wasn't champ, Raw Dog would be the champ. You know, as funny as it is, it's not synonymous with Royval. I think I'm gonna put this one right below Joshua Van. We got Dricus Stillnox Duplessis. I like this for the fact that Dricus hits like whatever Stillnox means. I don't know what that means, but somehow it describes Dricus. For this, I'm going to put it at the top of C tier above Triple C. Next up, we got Cal the Nacho Brajalio. This one, instant D tier for me. Now, I'm going to even put it below Lord Silva because Lord at least has implications of lording over the division or lording over the UFC. The Natural doesn't really say too much. Maybe, oh, what? Natural fighting? Okay, sick. That doesn't really mean too much to me. I don't really give a fuck if you're natural. He's not as skilled as Silva. Simply, like, I don't know. Maybe just showing my bias towards the fact I don't like the fighting nerds. Next up, we got the Brute, Jimmy Crute. Oh my gosh, the fact I say it aloud and it rolls off the tongue like that makes me want to put it high up. But it's not synonymous with the guy at all, which I feel like is an indicator of a good nickname. Let me put it above Raw Dog. I know I'm freaking stuffing this B tier as like a 7 out of 10 type thing, but I think since B tier is right in the middle of A and S and C and D, it kind of goes into above mediocre, below good. And that's exactly where this fits into. Next up, we got Carlos the Nightmare Prates. I never been too high on CP. I knew Ian Gary was gonna beat him. I picked Leon Edwards to beat him. You know, I really like this one though, because as much as I don't like the fighting nerds, as evident in me putting Cabaralho and Gene Silva in the D tier, I really like Prates. He has sauce. He is anti-Christian because he worships Ogun, but I just like him. He has sauce. I'm not upset. Even though I picked him against Leon Edwards, I'm not upset he won. However, he does lose some points for the nicknames, as he is not synonymous with his nickname. For that reason, I'm going to put him right at the bottom A tier. Alexandre the Cannibal Pantoja. I am a huge Pantoja fan. The Cannibal suits him perfectly. I feel like I don't have to explain myself too much. I don't have to justify it to anyone. This guy's going right above Ian Gary for the S tier. I think I don't know. I don't gotta explain. Next up, we got Valentino the Bullet Shevchenko. I'm gonna put her right below DDP in C tier. My reasoning, I don't mean to be a typical MMA fan, but who cares about WMMA? I picked Zhang Wei Li against her. Horrible pick. I don't even have much to say. I don't even know about this girl, and I don't know. Bullet's a hard name. Matches her in the sense she's always shooting guns. But once again, just like nothing about her is remarkable, even though she's like getting up there with the goats of WMMA. But who cares about WMMA? And I'm sorry, I'm not sexist. I don't like WMMA. It's simple. Next up, we got Alex Potan Pereira. This is above Pantoja. This is above Ian Gary. This is the best name we've discussed so far. Potan's one of my favorite fighters. And like I said, I'm a new gen to the sport. This guy got me into the sport. The Prohaska 1 and 2 fights are some of the best fights in UFC. Similar to Shevchenko, I feel like I don't gotta explain myself with this one, but for the opposite reason, in the sense that he's goated. Next up, we got Carlos Blackjack Ulberg. I love this one. I'm a pretty decent big Ulberg fan. I'm gonna put this one in the bottom A tier, right underneath Carlos Prates, and right above Gregory Robocop Rodriguez. Because, yeah, the guy's a great fighter. And, you know, some of the credentials for this ranking of these nicknames is, yeah, you have to be a goated fighter to get high up there. For the next entry in our tier list, we got Manel Starboy Cap. For me, very reminiscent of Steve Astro Boy Urseg. But unlike Astro Boy, Starboy doesn't really represent Cap. And the guy's screaming, Allahu Akbar at the camera. His flag has a machete in the flag of whatever country he represents. That's not Starboy. That's not star material. That's scary. Screaming Allahu Akbar into the camera instills fear in the viewers. Doesn't match him at all. This is the top of D tier. Although I do think this is leagues above Lord and the Natural. It just simply doesn't match Cap. And Cap doesn't have much aura either. Next up, we got Song Yadong Kung Fu Kid. This one for me is right at the bottom of C tier, on par with Pedro the Punisher Munez and Nikita the Minor Krylov, where it's not remarkable at all. I will say I'm going to put this above Pedro Munez, as in the sense he has more aura than them, but the name sucks. Damon the Monster Blackshear. I love this play on words. Damon the Monster is sick. He used to be a prospect, and I really like the play on words. That's not something you see too often. But he has no aura. It doesn't seem to have too much of a fan base. Where do I place him? I'm going to place him in B tier, right above Joshua Van, just for the play in words. Otherwise, it'd be pretty low. And for the last entry on the tier list, we have Charles Air Jourdain. I don't care about Charles Jourdain. Air Jourdain is sick as fuck. For that reason, I'm going to have to place it like at the top of B tier. Like, I'm going to place it right under Robocop, just because of the play on words is way sick. Way better than Damon the Monster. Don't care for this guy as a fighter, but man, that name is way too sick. Anyways, that's going to be the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. One of my previous videos is right next to me. Please watch that. And also, please like and comment for the algorithm to help me. That directly supports my channel. And also, if you like my videos, please subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video.